Good afternoon, Standard 8 students. Today I shall be teaching you Macbeth from the book 16 Tales from Shakespeare. Okay. Now, whatever notes and question answers I give, it can be written in the same literature copy. If you have sufficient pages, please continue to write in the same register or whatever copy you are using. If not, then we can get a thinner register, because from this book we shall be doing another 3 more chapters. And after the video, I shall be sending you the hard copy of this lesson for those students who still haven't yet bought the books. Okay. So the Macbeth in the literature book, you have read about the encounter with the witches. So now this is a complete story of Macbeth. I shall read and explain. When Duncan, the meek-reigned king of Scotland, there lived a great thane or lord called Macbeth. This Macbeth was a near kinsman to the king. Kinsman means a relative to the king, and in great esteem at court for his valor and conduct in the wars. So he was very highly respected because of his valor and conduct. Valor means for his brave and courageous deed, especially in warfare. An example of which he had lately given in defeating a rebel army assisted by the troops of Norway in terrible numbers. So the battle which he had fought was against Norway. That was the recent battle, and how he defeated this army. The two Scottish generals, Macbeth and Banquo, returning victorious from this great battle, they lay over a blasted heath. A blasted heath means it's a huge, vast, barren land. Okay. Where they were stopped by the strange appearance of 3 figures like women, except that they had beards, and their withered skins and wild attire means clothes, made them look not like any earthly creatures. That means their appearance was very peculiar or strange. Macbeth first addressed them. When they, seemingly offended, laid each one her choppy fingers upon her skinny lips. Choppy fingers means during the winter season sometimes our fingers crack. Okay. So they kept the fingers next to their skinny lips. In token of silence, means to keep quiet. And the first of them saluted Macbeth with the title of Thane of Glamis, means the Lord of Glamis. The general was not a little startled to find himself known by such creatures, but how much more when the second of them followed up that salute by giving him the title of Thane of Cawdor, to which honor he had no pretensions, he had no idea. But how come he will become the Thane of Cawdor? And again the third bid him, All hail, King that shall be hereafter. Such a prophetic greeting might well amaze him, who knew that while the king's sons lived, he could not hope to succeed to the throne. Then turning to Banquo, they pronounced him in a sort of riddling terms. Riddle means, okay, you have to understand what they mean. To be lesser than Macbeth and greater. Means Macbeth will be the king and the lord of Glamis and Cawdor, but you will be greater than him. Not so happy, but much happier. And prophesied that though he should never reign, he will never become a king to rule. Reign means to rule. R-E-I-G-N. Okay. Yet his sons after him should be kings in Scotland. Then they turned into air and vanished, by which the generals knew them to be weird sisters or witches. Now this is the encounter which Macbeth and Banquo had with the three witches. Okay. Now, I told you that the three witches, they prophesied, they told the future. So for Macbeth, the first one promised or said that he would be the Thane of Glamis. The second one said the Thane of Cawdor. And the third one said he will become the king. Okay. Then for Banquo, they said that you will not be as great as Macbeth, but you will be greater than him. You will be happier than Macbeth. But unfortunately, you will never ever be the king, but your sons will definitely be the king. Now these prophecies that were made by these three witches, they were quite amazing, surprising. Okay. And then they turned into air and vanished. While they stood pondering on the strangeness of this adventure, pondering means they began to rethink, to think over what these witches had said. They arrived certain messengers from the king, who were empowered by him to confer upon Macbeth the dignity of Thane of Cawdor. An event so miraculously corresponding with the prediction of the witches astonished Macbeth. And he stood wrapped in amazement, unable to make any reply to the messenger. And in the point of time, swelling hopes arose in his mind that the predictions of the third witch might in like manner have its accomplishment, and that he should one day reign king of Scotland. So now, while they were pondering, thinking about what the witches had said, okay, King Duncan had sent his messengers. He was so excited and happy because Macbeth and Banquo had already won. They fought against a rebel army of Norway and they were returning home victorious. So on the way only the good news was given to Macbeth that he has been already declared the Thane of Cawdor. Previously also he knew he would be the Thane of Glamis because his father was the Thane of Glamis and he had died. So that was obvious. It was understood that he would be the next Thane of Glamis, but the Thane of Cawdor came in as a big surprise. Okay. And then he was thinking in his mind that if the first and the second one has been prophesied and it has come out to be true, So he was hoping that one day, I think the third wish will also be accomplishment, it will be acquired, it will be achieved, that one day he will also be the King of Scotland. Okay. Then we shall see how Macbeth has reacted. Turning to Banquo, he said, "Do you not hope that your children shall be kings, when what the witches promised to me has so wonderfully came to pass?" So don't you think this may be playing in your mind, that what the witches told me had turned out to be true? So definitely it must be playing in your mind also, that one day your sons will be the king. That hope, answered the general, might enkindle you to aim at the throne. But oftentimes these ministers of darkness is referring to these witches, tell us truths in little things to betray us into deeds of greatest consequence. So here Banquo did not pay heed to what the witches had said. So he told them, he says, you may be surprised that two of your prophecy had come true. But remember from where it has come. It has come from the people who live in the underworld, in the hour of darkness. Okay, and their output is going to have a bitter consequences. Means the result will not be very pleasing. So I shall end it till here, and then later on I shall continue to read and explain. In the meantime, I shall send a hard copy of the first 2 pages and some word meanings for you to write and learn. Remember, it can be still written in the same copy that you are using at the moment. There's no need to buy a new one unless and until your old copy is over, finished. Okay, thank you.